And we are live, everybody, doing a little bit of D&D in a Svenzone. And Micah, how's your week been?
Not too shabby. Just
Doing
working
a
a
little
bunch.
bit of D&D in a Svenzone. I hear that. And Micah, how's your week been? Reno's saying that he had some macaroni and cheese muffins. I hear that. And Micah, how's your week been?
Yeah.
Reno's saying that he had some macaroni
Hold
and
on.
cheese
Again,
muffins.
I hit my screen button, waiting for it to come back up.
Reno's saying that he had
I
some
watched Godzilla or
Again,
Godzilla versus Kong. I should
come
say.
on, hit my screen button, waiting for it to come back up.
Wasn't too bad. Not too shabby.
You saw the new Godzilla?
Yeah.
You said it wasn't too bad?
No, it's not too bad at all.
Well, you would hope after this many times of doing it that they would continue to get it right, you know?
Yeah.
It's like between Spider-Man and Godzilla, and then what's the other one that they do constantly? Anyway, yeah. Thankfully, they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Well, tonight we have some hot D&D action ready and to go just for you who are watching out there. We've got the boys managed to get themselves off the beaten path, heading into a temple, and
That's right.
in that temple they found an orc. And with that orc, there were another orc and another one and a bunch more. And then, right as the stream was about to end, they found out that these orcs had a couple friends as well.
Indeed, they did.
So let's share some mappage.
Okay, here we go. So we're round 7.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big map. If you can zoom out or zoom in as you so choose. And we are leading off with Trix. So Trix came around the corner. He's hiding in the rocks. These two large ogres are there bearing down on them. Do you know that there's some orcs coming around from the west where you guys killed a bunch of them? And some came up from the south and were running around.
Wow.
And you hear Cree battling orc or two as well. So
And do we have a picture of these bad boys by chance?
we do.
Oh, 287, man. We're having a great night tonight, man. It is a great night. It's by far the best roll I've ever gotten. This is my predictive roll, how things are going to go. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a nasty looking thing, isn't it?
Yeah, real pretty.
It's like a mole came to life and just, that was it.
And we can actually save us a little bit of real estate by having an image of both at the same time.
There you go. And I can do that cool toggling thing and get them to the right size immediately instead of having to figure out each time I
There
move
you
it.
go.
That's
You
pretty
are
cool.
absolutely right. And for the stream, he's talking about this one right here, zoom to fit. Boom.
Yeah, I'm liking all those tools, especially like to undo all of the things if you're confused about what you've got going, or
Yes.
instantaneously just get that thing done and get it over with.
Yep. All right. So, Trix, lead us.
Trix is going to move. He's going to run away. Well, not away, but this way.
Okay, so I am there. Okay, so 10 feet.
I'm going to move
All
to
right.
here.
Ling-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling.
And then I'm going to... Is this a pile of rubble in front of me here? This weird hill-shaped thing?
It's like a log, old broken down piece of wood.
Okay. I'm going to... I think that was 20. We'll go 25, 30 in between the two logs.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my psychic attack on this freak boy, who is... I don't know, is he considered around the corner? I can see him. Does that count? I don't know.
Talking about the orc?
Yeah.
Yeah, orc. Simpson Magnificent Titter.
No comment.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
You're really
Magnificent.
small, but yeah, I would say he could see him. I mean, he can also see
Well,
the
I could see him
giant
the whole time
whispers.
I ran there, so we'll try that. And we'll cast... I don't think I can cast my big stuff on the big guys, can I? I don't think so. Because they're way
You guys
bigger
are
than me.
massive. Holy
So,
shit.
It has nothing to do with size.
oh, okay.
That's what she says all the time.
Am I reading the effect for that then?
Do
What
we
did I think
believe
it
her?
was a size thing?
Unless I'm totally misremembering it.
Do we believe? That's the question.
Let's read this here.
All right, Trix's wild surge.
One
Okay,
action
rolling her.
duration. No, didn't say anything about size. Okay, so I did all that for nothing.
Go.
Can you put me right back to where I wasn't? I'm not going to run way the heck down there. If it's not a size disadvantage, I'm just going to attack this big stupid orc in front of me. Perfect. I'll remain in the rubble and cast it on orc Wispy Soul Patch.
Mhm.
And he failed, which is good for me. So I'm going to hurt him.
So as you guys can
Damage.
see, this is what it does. If you want to read through that, it feels dozens of bugs crawling all over its body. And he's trying to make his Constitution saving throw. He did not, so he takes a little bit of damage.
9.
And he is, as he's sitting there batting and trying to get these things off of him, he stumbles around. So go ahead and do your roll.
Yeah, I took 9 damage. I critted out on him.
Nice.
Most I've ever done.
What a hit. So he is going 5 feet in this direction.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to hide.
All right, so go ahead and give us a roll.
Where's that hide
He has
at?
been
Stealth.
moved back by the power of the spell.
Yeah.
5 feet.
He's
Okay.
Yeah,
so
obviously-
terrified fighting off the bugs that he kind of stumbles around and goes backwards.
He's walking forward. And these things, all of a sudden, he feels all these bugs. Like when you feel a spider in your hair, it's like freaking out and trying to get it off and stumbling back.
It's better than a
All
spider
right.
in your butt, right?
I wouldn't know. I'll take your word for it.
It's part of the version of hell in the show I'm watching.
Oh,
The version
okay.
of hell is you have spiders in your butt.
No, thank you.
It's weird, trust me.
So Trix is going to run and hide. 17 died.
17. Okay, thank you. All
Yep,
right,
yep.
so Mangled Ears is going to step up to Cree using his great axe.
Where's Cree?
19.
He's way on the other side of the map.
Okay.
where you guys were.
Right. Right. Okay.
It gets him.
So because he is the race that he is, Cree is a Claven, and he is um, he has resistance to slashing and piercing. So as this axe goes to hit him, he only takes half damage. I think this is the first time it's actually come up ever. So, but the orc tries to slash him and it scrapes against his lizardy scales. And this one is coming around the corner. So he moves on up. This, there we go. Now we can see a little bit more what's going on in the chat. Boink. All right, so he's got Jacksum and Scrambles in his sights. So I'm going to say there's a 70% chance he's going to hit Jacksum just because even though Scrambles is a little bit bigger, he's closer and easier to hit. Yep. So a javelin gets chucked, goes flying through the air, and slams into Jacksum. You are raging, so we will see. Pretty decent. 8 damage, but you only take 4 because you're raging.
Nice.
All right, and your go. So you have
So
that Wild Surge armor class. Go ahead. Well, okay, you did already put it on Scrambles. Excellent. Carry on.
it's on. It's on also on his Scrambles Echo as well. Oh, but I don't have it on fixed.
Nice.
I thought he moved away. So
Oh, yeah.
give me a second.
Well, you might be moving away too, so.
Oh yeah, you're right. I am. Okay, so he comes into the room or through the hallway here and realizes these orcs are massive. So he is just immediately switched to his great axe from his shield and sword. So he's coming up and going to run slightly on the top side of, let's see, 5, not, he's moving, 5, 10, and 15, and 20, right there. You're going to slam into Wispy Soul Patch here with his great axe.
All right, so in order to do that, you have to drop the shield and sword and then pull out your axe. Don't forget, you do have the choice of being reckless. And that's where, normally in a boxing match, you're dodging and weaving and
Right.
spash. Reckless is you stop moving and you just haul back, and it's just so you have a better chance to hit, but you have no defense. So what it does is it gives you advantage. You roll twice, pick the best one, but anybody that attacks you does the same thing.
Right.
So
No, I'm already sparkling and glowing enough for this.
okay,
I'm a bedazzled barbarian here, so I'm good with that. I'm just raging, continuing on. So go ahead and roll for hitting. There we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 26, definitely a hit.
It's
And
awesome.
then there we go. Come on. Oh, 8's not too bad. Not too bad. Could have been better, but it's all right. A little bit of damage, tiny bit. He's paying attention to me now.
so those of you who are watching later, I've added some things to the stream. So if you watch it live, you'll be able to interact, do a couple more things. One of which is you can ask for a quote, and it'll randomly pick from the quotes that are out there, or you can actually ask for a particular one as well. So also, if you hear something really cool that you will think should be added to the quotes, let me know. So for example, I'm a bedazzled barbarian here is now a quote that may come up.
That's awesome.
All right, so you slam into the ogre, uh, as who's already been scratching at things, um, and he's like, "I've got. Can you get right back?" And you slam into the axe. Oh, thank you. That's better. All right, so I changed the name
So
to Ashamed Snicker.
Good call.
Too much at risk here. Where is he though? Oh, there he is. No, no. Oh, okay. Never mind. All right, so here we go. All right, so this one is running up. Um, he throws his javelin at Scrambles.
Boo.
Toots on the die is not gonna cut it.
Awesome.
Scrambles.
All right, so Scrambles is going to run 5, 10, 15,
cool.
20, 25. Does that put me at flanking for a Wispy Soul Patch?
It would, however, the orc is going to get an opportunity attack if you do that.
Oh, that's right, because I moved diagonally between him and that space. Okay.
But he is not armed either. So
To be an unarmed attack.
correct.
Let's do it. I'm gonna gamble. Even he does hit me with an unarmed attack, hopefully he doesn't knock me the F out.
You also have a
Better AC now.
well, you also have a flanking ability on Wispy Soul Patch too.
Yeah, that was the
So
whole point of doing it. So
All right, so
did
he
he hit
does
me?
connect, and you take 2 points of damage.
Oh, punch isn't too bad. Hits like a
It's all
girl
good
orc.
though. It's all good. See, we're thinking alike, man. I'm going up to the top to try to distract him. You're going down to the bottom to get the flanking.
Yep, want to hit him as hard as we can. So
Exactly.
I'm going to attack Wispy Soul Patch then.
Nice, a dirty 20.
Hit him. I'll take 30-20 all day. Bang.
So does flanking also mean that he has a harder strike when his damage is being hit?
No, it just
Oh,
means
just
he's
easier to hit.
trying to look at both of you at the same time, so he's a little bit easier to hit because he's more distracted.
Yep.
But could we just say maybe that pretend that that's the case and go from there?
And we both hit terribly. Okay, so I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I can move my thing 5 feet. I'm going to move my echo 5 feet diagonally towards me.
Okay, so that means that now Trix is
And then as a bonus action, I think I have something when I hit something. Yeah, I can do another thing. 1 second. I don't remember what it's called. Huzzah.
Horns, something with
Hammering
the horns.
Horns. Yeah. I can cast Hammering Horns on him because I hit him with a melee attack. Did he hit? Did it hit? No, he was successful. So he saved, I think.
Correct.
So nothing happens.
Alright, so Creed does not appreciate somebody trying to mess with his bless spell. So he's going to do his own attack. And because he is special sauce, he gets 2 attacks. One with a battle
Nice.
axe and one with a claw.
Nice.
$27 is gonna be enough as he slams into this orc with his axe.
5 damage. Every little bit helps, right?
And he follows up, swiping with his claws. 13 is going to be a hit as well.
Nice.
Awesome.
Status is heavy damage.
Alright, so he's going to move up just a bit.
Chipping away and chipping away.
Hoping for better rolls on initiative next time. Alright, making sure my overlay is working. It is cool. Alright, and so guys, if you're don't forget down below you can see all the stats of the player, the characters, hit points, and all that happiness. And when the bad guys go, like right now, you can see the active enemy, all of their stats up in the top corner there. So speaking of Wispy Soul Patch,
Boo.
both of you hit him. Plus this thing with these bugs all over him.
He's going to abandon all regard and run away.
There we go. Alright, so Otto beat Jackson. He rolls a 7. Alright, so he has a great club.
It's not a mediocre club.
It's a 4-star review on Yelp. And he has
It's pretty good.
13 points of damage down to 6.
Ooh.
Because
Oof.
he's a raging barbarian.
I'm about to get destroyed by this
All,
other one.
keep in mind, I'm all sparkly. Okay. And every time somebody comes anywhere in my vicinity, they all of a sudden just sparkle up. It's like, it's got to be an amazing thing to see in real life, you know?
Absolutely. He actually rolled exactly what he needed to hit. He rolled your armor class exactly. One less and he would have missed. Next time, we'll see.
So close.
Alright, so Buzz Chin Whiskers outside of the sparkleness. And
He's afraid.
going
He
at
runs.
scrambles. He also has a great club.
Ugh.
Toots on the die is going to be a miss.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Because I'm so dainty. Cat-like.
Alright, so Trix back at the top. You would think he must have high dex or something.
Yeah, right. Okay. Tricks, let me see here.
Trix is right here, folks.
Tricks is going to clear the battlefield because he's getting a little too close for comfort to these orcs. He's going to hit a symptomatic titter, or what is this? Sympathetic, excuse me. Magnificent titter with that mind attack this time. Target him. Hopefully we can get him to leave us alone. Failure.
He fails.
Awesome.
Nice.
Do some damage. Bang, bang.
Nice.
7 damage is awesome. And
One
let's
is-
get him to
one
run
is
away.
good.
7 damage is how much I did with a great axe last turn. So his mental attack was as effective as my 50-pound great axe. Two-handed.
Well, he doesn't have to deal with armor class, armor or anything. Plus, he's freaking awesome, and he's
Yeah.
a high level character. We're very fortunate to have met him in our adventures.
All right. So speaking
We're going to move
of
him
sympathetic,
here.
magnificent Titter, he's batting around trying to figure out what's going on. Reaches back, grabs his great axe, spins around, sees you.
Is he attacking me?
He is attacking you.
Boo.
Oof. He gets a crit.
I am right in the kill zone of everything.
So one good, one bad die means 18 points of damage
Oh, jeez.
as he stumbles back, spins around, sees you as you're battling with this giant ogre. You feel this blade just sink into your back. You stumble down. Cree is trying to finish this guy off. Very happy he went first. So, because if he gets hit, you guys lose the bless spell. It's gonna be annoying.
Yes. Bless spell's awesome.
Indeed, it is.
That is a hit. Is it enough?
Come on, come on.
It is.
It
So
is.
he drops.
Exceeds hit points.
Kree is solid. He just does his own thing, and then he helps us. It's legit.
Hey, that's black. So it's blacksmiths where solid, quiet, then kick ass when it needs to be done. The name of the game.
All right. So he runs up and around. Oh, you had Trix move. Sorry, I didn't see him. I didn't hear that. All right. So he
Trix is now in the thing.
and
Where's Trix again?
don't see that's
Trix.
nope. Okay, so that's all he can do right now. But you are not in danger of losing the bless spell, so that's awesome. As we move on to Jackson.
Okay. I am going to swing back and do a massive hit into Wispy Soul Patch here. My great axe.
Get a +1.
+1. Cool. Nice. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, awesome. 17 is a hit. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
it's awesome. Hurt him real good.
10's not too bad, but I can do much better. Next time, do better.
Yeah. Same here. Roll the
Still,
7.
10's good. Then he's dying already, so
Better than nothing.
keep up that the good work there. So scrambles, and Tricks are both glowing, sparkly.
Woot.
Yep.
Which is cool.
All right. So back to scrambles.
So Scrambles is going to attack Wispy Soul Patch again. Or attempt to attack Wispy Soul Patch. We will see. Huzzah. Attacks him. Does some damage. Not great, but still damage. So, and then I'm going to move, but I'm going to use my move action and teleport and switch with my Echo.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So we're gonna switch out the soul.
So my Echo will go where I am. He'll go where I was. And then I'm going to use my second wind to heal myself as my bonus action.
Very good. Let's see if we get a good
Do I
roll
roll
here.
for that? What is that? That's a D10, I think.
You have underneath second wind. Click the magnifying glass.
Heal. 1D10.
Yep, just
There
click,
it is.
click the little
Do I roll on myself?
because it's already on yourself. So 6, not bad.
Better than nothing. And then I'm going to use my very last Unleash Incarnation and have my Echo attack Wispy Soul again.
Okay.
So that'll be the last time I can do it until my next long rest.
It's a
But I
plus
think
1 hit.
hopefully we can kill Wispy Soul, or at least get dang close to it.
Nice.
Yep.
19. That's awesome. Let's get a high roll on that damage now.
28 to hit.
Oh, 7's still good though.
Better than nothing.
Take it. Better than nothing, that's for
Take
sure.
it.
It's getting
Man.
all bloody.
This guy's really hurt.
That'll do it for me.
So he's going to move up and attack the Echo. He is flanking.
Dang it.
Dirty 20 is enough to hit. So
That's
the
okay.
Echo goes away.
I was really hoping we could waste off of Buzz Whisker, Chin's Hairs, or one of Wispy Soul Patch's attack on the Echo, but
Yep.
I will
Here.
take a regular orc. It's better than no damage. Better than any damage, you know?
All right.
What?
So this Wispy Soul Patch. Let me check something real
He's
quick.
still facing me though, so did Buzz is it Buzz Chinwisher that attacked the Echo and he died? Is that what happened?
No.
Yes.
Oh, Buzz did.
No, useless demeanor did.
Useless demeanor did. Oh, dang.
Okay.
I was hoping it'd be Buzz.
Yeah.
Get one of the big guys out right away so we don't keep getting hit by those guys.
Higher than 12. Nope. All right. So he is not smart enough to run away. So he's going to attack. This huge club he's wielding comes slamming into him again for 11 damage, but he only takes 5. It's nice when they do odd amounts of damage because you round down, so it makes it nice. So Jackson blocks it with his axe. He is going to move up and around as well. He is not flanking.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
Sadly, a 19 is enough to hit.
Dang it.
Boy, these guys have been rolling great tonight. So 7 more damage. Jackson is starting to feel the pain.
7 is the adjusted one.
Yes, 14 damage down to 7. All right, Trix once
How-
again leading us.
I dodge. All right. Trix is going to mental attack Buzz Chin Whiskers. Wait, we in range with him? 1, 2, 3. We're in range of Wispy Soul, so we're going to keep going at him. We're going to attack Wispy Soul. He
Nice.
saved.
Oh, that's right, it's a save.
He saved. All right. So Trix is going to move forward. And how much life does Trix have? Almost none. 18. He's going to move.
But that's his normal amount of life.
Yes.
He's going to move here.
Little rat.
He's going to move here, and he's going to use the help action on Jackson.
Nice.
me go to my actions. Help. Let me read this. Is there like a little thing I can click on him? I think I can move
Yes.
it on him.
There you go.
Check
Boom, that
this.
worked.
Okay, perfect. So he's going to be helped.
All right, so Kree's going to run up.
So whatever Jackson does, he'll do it better.
There you go. I'm open.
All right, so he's going to try to finish off. I think he's evaluating the situation as he's running up, and he thinks that taking off this guy, taking out this guy might be the best. And that is what he needed. He drops as this blast of radiant light comes down, blinding the ogre. He's, and then stumbles and collapses in a pile of dust. I'm actually going to leave it there because he's such a big boy. It's going to be difficult terrain in that square, in those 4 squares.
Okay.
Jackson.
Jackson is going to target this mistress and untarget him, right? Okay. Striking with his great axe. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go.
Very
Yeah.
nice. You dropped
Yep.
a 9 and took the 12 instead, and that is a hit.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Come on, come on.
Nice.
There we go. 16. That's better.
Yeah.
Big solid strike on this thing as it's trying to figure out what's going on in his head as Trix is messing with him. Scrambles.
All right. So as my bonus action, I'm going to manifest my echo to the opposite side of Buzz Chin Whiskers. Or actually, you know what? No. Let's manifest the echo to the right, diagonally north of Useless Demeanor. Down here by the other two. Hopefully they'll go after him and not attack us. 5, 10, 15. Perfect. And then Scrambles is going to move, so that's manifest within 30. Okay. 5, 10, 15. Scrambles is going to move there because that's all I can move. And we're going to attack.
All right, and so you focus for a moment and sort of waving, almost like a mirage. This second Scrambles appears in almost the same square where he left.
I go running over to attack him. Let's do some damage.
18 is it? Yep. Oh, nice. 17.
Nice. Yes. We're making mincemeat. This is going well.
They're
we
also
go. Yeah.
massively powerful, obviously.
And then I used my bonus action already, so that is my turn. Hopefully, my chump blocker works.
Your what blocker?
Chump. He's a chump.
Okay.
He's a
All right,
hero
so the
shield.
ogre is gonna go 60% chance on Scrambles since you did more damage.
Sure. I'm also teleporting in and out of his face, so it makes sense that he is fixated on me because I am blinking out all over the map.
But 14 on the die is not going to be enough as
It's that one. It's that one extra from my shiny armor.
as you you reflect his great club with your axe, pick a big chunk out of the end of it.
Heck yeah.
Alright, and this one sort of smacks the friend on the shoulder, points over to the echo, and takes a swing.
Uh,
18 on the dice, though, is enough as the echo goes out again.
it's fine. It's not me. It's like in the Blair thumb. Oh no, you've been marked. You've been singled out. So glad it's not me. Well, I'm sorry that's happening to you, but I'm also just very glad it's not me.
Alright, so he's going to, let's give him a wisdom check. Let's say 10. 12. Alright, so he's smart enough. He's sort of, he sees the ogre fighting these guys, so he's, I'm going to say there's a 50% chance he'll go to Cree. I'm going to say there's a 40% chance he'll go to Cree because he's would rather attack somebody who's being attacked.
I said there's a 10% chance he just kills himself.
So he's going to move up.
And switch sides. Ooh. Does Jackson get that opportunity attack?
He does.
Sweet. Kill him, Jackson.
How do I just roll the normally?
You're holding your great axe, so you get to use your great axe.
Yep. On against sympathetic, magnificent titter.
Okay. So I want to undo the other guy and then do him. All right, here we go. Nice.
Awesome. Now kill him so he doesn't kill me.
He's dying. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Tries to
talking
run
about.
by you, you cleave him in half.
That's what
That's
I'm talking
awesome.
about. Very nice.
All right, Scrambles is going. I'm going
so for
to
once, Trix does not lead us.
just this time. Scrambles is going to hit him with my great axe, or try to.
The tide has turned. It's not
To
looking
hit.
as bleak as it was.
8 damage.
It's not too
And then
bad.
as a bonus action, I'm going to manifest my echo right where it was before. And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15 right here. So now he has to make a choice between me or Jackson or the rat boy.
So he is no longer within 10 feet, right? He is now 15 feet, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just double checking that.
Yeah, I ran away a little bit, but
It's all good.
trying to get more of a meat shield away from you.
Exactly.
You were hurt.
I'm fine. I've
Yeah.
some dirt in it. We're good.
We'll live.
All right, so he's still going to go for Jackson, though.
So I need vicious mockery or something. Taunt or whatever it's called.
Throw bad puns at him? What was that about?
Up, he hit himself.
Oh.
Wow. I would be by far dead if I did not have this rage going on right now.
Oh yeah. Rage is awesome. It's just soaking that damage.
All right, so now Creeps has arrived. He moves up. reaches over and caresses the small of Jackson's back.
Getting some healing going.
Nice.
Awesome.
And you get
That
back
is
14 hit points.
primo.
Nice. Very
That is
nice.
way better than my weak 6.
Hey, everything counts, man.
14 health is awesome.
He burns his second level, his second and last second level spell.
Yeah.
We can take a rest after this. I'm not worried.
All right, Trix.
Trix is going to go. Trix is going to move to my side. And then he's going to use his mental ability to.
So it's not a big deal, but keep in mind you can't move diagonally through an enemy square. So he would move like this.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You can move through your friendly squares just fine, but not an enemy.
There you go. Bam. And then he will attack.
Now, is he getting a disadvantage because of the flanking?
He gets a +1 to attack, yes.
Okay.
Oh no, he's doing his regular, his brain thing. No, he doesn't get a bonus for flanking for that.
Okay.
It's a mental attack.
Yep, exactly.
8 damage is awesome, though. I'll take that. And then I got to roll.
Nice.
Oh, I don't think he can move because he's flanked, but I'll roll anyway. 1. I guess he could move north. Yep.
What was the 1 for?
I
See where
push
he
him
moves.
with his mental. My mental
okay.
attack shoves him somewhere randomly. And then as a bonus action, Trix is going to heal. Or something, not heal. He's going to use his help action for scrambles.
Scrambles, okay. All right, so that brings us to Jackson.
Now, can we use that stunning step back as an opportunity attack as well?
No, first of all, opportunity attacks only count when they leave your threatened area.
Okay.
And you can still hit him, so that didn't count.
Right.
And if they're forced to move, doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay. All right. Hitting in there with buzzed chin whiskers. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh yeah, that's
nice. Was a 4 and then sort of tipped over to 14.
Now we're talking. Ha! 17
Awesome.
on the dice. And he is dead. Seated by 8. Just cleaved him.
Very good. So the second one collapses. And again, we're going to just leave him there.
Yep.
I don't really see it being a factor. Did you want to move or anything else?
As far as what we can see, there's only one orc left, or are there more that we can see?
You do know something is in the tower right above you, because you've seen it move
off to the east.
Right up
You're
here.
off to the okay. Yeah, okay.
And there's you saw it when you came closer. You saw it blocking out the candle every once in a while, and you heard the horn come from there.
Yeah.
But you're not sure what's up there. But other than that, as far as you know, that's all there is.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna then move in the direction of useless demeanor.
All right, go ahead.
Let's see, Kree is there. So
Let's see.
1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4.
He's aggressive.
And 5 right there. That's where I'm gonna go.
15 or higher.
Let's see, my main page says I can go 30 feet. Yep. Okay.
All right, so he's going to attack the Echo again.
Awesome.
He's really frustrated because he's sure he's been hitting this thing, and he hits it one more time.
It's a hit.
Awesome.
All right, so it leads us to Cree. Cree looks around, sees Jackson is still down 18. Scrambles is down 14. But there's only one left. So he's just going to go ahead and step up.
Bang, bang.
Position himself so that if someone else comes, jacks him while the echo comes back, he'll be flanking. Slashes with his axe. And that is a hit.
Awesome.
Follows up with his claws. Also a hit. Not quite enough to kill him, though. Are you frozen? Yes, you are frozen.
So it is Trick's turn. Tricks will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he will cast that spell. Let's find it. And he saved. So as a bonus action, I will help Jackson. Wait, I can't help Jackson because he's not adjacent to it. So I will help.
Doesn't matter. You can help anybody who is attacking it. You just have to be adjacent to him. You could help Scrambles. You could help anybody.
Okay, well then I will help. Yeah, I will help Scrambles.
Okay.
Cast the help action on the Scrambles. Okay. Move, attack, help action.
So he's sort of watching. The echo doesn't come back, so he's sort of then turned. Still really distracted. 18 is enough to hit Cree. Who succeeds at his save for Bless, concentrating on it. All right, and that leads us to Scrambles.
5, 10, 15, 20. So I will make my, as a bonus action, I'm going to manifest my echo to the square above useless demeanor, in between useless demeanor, not diagonally next to Jackson, but the one next to that. Yep, perfect. And I will have it attack him. That way, if Jackson wants to move in next, he can move in and hit him there. So I'll have him attack. Useless demeanor.
Nice. That gives you a crit.
Oh, wow. Supposed to do a ton of damage. How does that work then? When I do the crit for it?
Just roll, and it'll do it automatic. Nice. 15 points of damage
Heck
is
yeah.
enough to take him out.
And then we'll use my move to go investigate. Is there a ground entry to this tower or no?
Yeah, right there. It's an open
Okay, I
doorway
couldn't
right
tell
there.
if that was
There we go.
a viewing portion. Hey, you're
Yeah,
back. So yeah, I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna use my echo 1, 2, 3, 15. I'll move my echo 15 towards me. 5, 10, 15, just any direction towards me. And then I'm gonna move myself 5, 10, and 15 if I can.
All right, so as you move in, you see there's an iron ladder.
Okay.
That goes up to a trapdoor, a stone trapdoor in the ceiling.
Are we still in battle?
I'm not sure, but I know a horn blew from up here, so
Okay.
we killed the other thing. I'm gonna go check out this horn blower. Hopefully it's some puny little goblin or something sad.
All right, so
So we are on the move. In other words.
Scramble's echo took out the last orc.
Okay. Now, as far as what we are seeing, if we were thinking of a battle plan type of thing, are we looking at like the towers there and we have to go on either side of it? Or there's I'm not the big black spots. I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
So what you see is, let me, so if you zoom out on the map a little bit, you'll see that you have the gate. There's a road that comes straight down. There's a gatehouse with the portcullis that was there. You guys came through the broken pieces into this open courtyard where you are now. There's a big building behind you directly to the south with big double doors. That's where the road leads to. The only standing tower is the one where where Scrambles is. The other towers have fallen. And then there's walls, for the most part, in varying states. So you can see down here, there is a opening. You see way up here, there was an opening as well in the outer walls themselves.
So what is Scrambles yelling at me as we finish this guy off and he runs off? Are you following you, or are we gonna?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna yell, the lookout, the lookout. I'm just gonna run to go get the lookout.
All right, so I'm gonna head that direction then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or 30. There we go.
All right.
So,
Now, since you have not used your action, did you want to move past him and climb up the ladder? It actually wouldn't be past him. It's right sort of across the way anyway.
okay, that's fine. I will
Okay.
do that.
So you start climbing the ladder. Um,
Is the ladder the thing right above me there?
it's a
Yeah,
DC 5
it's an
athletics
old iron ladder.
check. I'll give it to you right now.
Why, I'm gonna do it myself. Damn it!
You are going to do it yourself, yes.
I know, but I get to click buttons if I do it myself.
Oh, I didn't mean to do it hidden. Anyway, um,
Success.
you succeeded.
What does that mean? What did I succeed
Means you're
at?
good. Means that you climbed up the ladder without ripping the ladder out or
Right.
falling or anything. You're trying to
So
race up it in 6 seconds.
right. Is it so I've reached the top or I'm just on the ladder approaching the thing?
You are, so you had moved here. You have 5, and then you have. So you are at the top, but you don't have enough movement to push it open.
Okay.
Plus, it's also a stone. trapdoor.
Okay.
So it does take a little bit of effort.
Fine.
All right, so scrambles.
I'm
Hold your
gonna
action. Hold your
hold my
movement
action.
if you want.
I'm gonna hold. Well, I can climb up the ladder and just wait for him, can't I?
You could.
Yeah, I'll just wait behind him because I can't do anything else.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring my Echo in there with me. Wherever he's at, I'll move him in the room with us.
Is there something like where he would follow you and instantaneously be there, or he like has to like physically crawl up the thing?
He
My
can
Echo?
dismiss him and then bring him back as a bonus action where he wants it to be.
But I mean, if he's not doing that though, he would still be a physical being moving up the ladder.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to use my move space. We share a move space together.
All right. So we have all three of us are now glowing
All
and
right, so that
sparkling.
brings us to you, Jackson. It is now your turn again. So
Yep.
you're pushing up.
Yes, I am.
If you slide the map over to the right,
The same map.
yes, just
Okay.
move it over to
Okay. Got it. Got it.
east. Why is it being weird?
There it is. Okay. So
Give me just a second here. Let me. So as you pop open the trap door, it bangs up, and as you're climbing out, a javelin gets thrown at you.
that's lovely.
And it hits. So actually, in a way, it's a good thing because that means you did not lose your rage. If you're not hit or if you're not attacked or do not attack in a round, a full round goes by and that doesn't happen, then you lose your rage.
Right.
But you did get hit for 7, knocked down 3, so now you can finish. You have 10 feet
Yeah.
of movement left.
Yay. Yay.
What constitutes a hit? Can I just like punch him in the arm or something, like an unarmed attack, and keep that going infinitely?
It goes away after a minute anyway, so
Oh,
so no.
too bad. Just being a domestic violence partnership where I just
Right.
punch my friend every 5
So wait
minutes.
for after a minute of non-violence, or a minute in the whole thing.
Your rage will only last 1 minute, and then it will go away.
Then I've already lost my rage. It's been 12 rounds.
Now, since you started, you still have 3. You still have 3 left. 3 rounds left. If you look in
Oh,
the
okay.
combat tracker, it says D3. 3. That's in your rage.
D3. Where am I looking for a D3?
In the combat tracker, it says
Right.
effects, rage, and then resist. And just before hellish resistance, it says D3. That's duration 3.
I'm not seeing that. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
All right, so you're gonna move and attack.
Yes, I am. 1, 2.
So you have to use your great axe because you dropped your shield and sword.
Yep. Yep. I also climbed up a ladder, so therefore. Indeed. Here we go. Whack him in the. Here we go. Come on, baby. Yeah. That's a hit. Heavy damage of 11.
Awesome.
Come on.
All right, go ahead and move tricks. And scrambles. You are able to get up as well. Let's go ahead and just double check and make sure luck is not against you.
You push and roll at me?
Yes. No problems. Whoosh, you're up. You have 10 feet of movement left.
I can't see anything that's going on in my black square. Am I supposed to be able to see what's going on in the black square?
Can you see your token?
Yes, I can see me. I can see Jackson. I just can't see anything else.
Okay. So it's been being weird like that every once in a while. Um,
It's okay. Just tell me where he's at, and I'll swing.
He's right in front of me, down to the south.
there
Yep,
goes the
that's
help.
it.
If not, try closing the map and then double clicking on your thing, or I'll push it to you again when you go
You
ahead.
push it to me because I don't have it. I didn't save it because I was negligent. There we are. Perfect, and I can see us now. Great.
Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
I think it might have been because you might have been on tricks. I keep
Ah,
forgetting you're running two characters.
so I will just attack him then with my great axe. I will ask him a question. Where's my great axe? Great axe? Work. 22.
Nice.
Damage time.
Nice. That is
Yeah,
enough.
he's dead.
So up
Awesome.
here you see there's a little bucket. There's a little bag sack, and you see a horn.
Is it a bucket of candies?
It is
We,
brown and
we don't
stinky.
want it. We don't want to know what it is. Let's move on.
I'm just going to toss the bucket off to the side. Not into the courtyard where all my friends are.
Okay.
To the other side.
Clang, clang, clang. Okay.
And we appreciate that.
I don't want to put bucket up here. I don't know. I think we should just sit for a second up here, breathe.
Yeah, a moment to reflect.
Yeah. Got a lot going on in the last couple of minutes, so I think we should keep the horn. I think that's super cool. Signal
we-
horn's nice.
Are we going to assume that we're out of battle and look around for anything else, or
If anything wants to fight us, it has to climb up this hole. And I don't know about you, but that hole's about the size of my great axe, so not super worried about it, right? Definitely no big orcs could fit up that ladder for sure. So
all right? So I'm taking all of the wild magic off everybody, right?
Yes.
yeah,
All right. And now, so you guys are catching your breath. Um, Cree will go ahead and heal Jackson one more time.
Come on, right.
Here it is, heal. On Jackson. Nice. 8 more points.
awesome.
So you're only down 13. That
13
uses up.
of 40, correct? 13 of 40. Okay.
Correct. You have 27 hit points left. So, he has 3 first level spells left for the day. No second level spells left.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I think I might want a 2 potion. I think. Oh, let's see.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Scrambles is seriously damaged too, more so than I am.
Yeah.
As well as Cree. So maybe we should rethink the potion thing.
Cree rarely gets into a fight, so he's. Now, do not heal me. Save it for yourselves.
All right. Well, we need to go scrambles then, because I actually have a little bit more hit points than you.
I don't know. I think we should just rest and hang out up here because then I can use hit dice to heal myself.
Okay.
If we do, can you use hit dice in a short rest or only in a long rest?
You use hit dice only in a short rest.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. If we just take like a short rest and just hang out up here, I think we can both just heal ourselves a little bit without having to drink our potions.
Okay.
Plus, if we hang out up here, we can kind of see what happens.
How's my healing dice work if I don't even heal myself? How does that work?
All right, I pushed you a short rest, so you get all your. Some of you get your stuff back. So, like Scrambles gets his um, breath of second wind back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, so as soon as you enter a fight, he can use his bonus action to heal himself.
Okay.
But Jackson, you just go onto your on your main page,
Yep.
all
Very
the way on
bottom.
the bottom, to click the little hit dice twice.
I use mine too. For week 3, come on. I'm gonna use the second one.
So roll a 10-sider.
Me?
No, Scrambles.
Okay.
All right, so you 6 back. So on the hit dice, you don't get a 1. You re-roll ones.
Oh, okay, cool. So I rolled a 7.
Yep. So you're down 5.
Nice.
All right, I will stay there.
Now the hit dice resets after a full rest.
At night, you get half your hit dice back,
Half of them.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
which is why I'm gonna save 2 because just in case, I'll only heal 1 at night right now.
Okay.
Yep, that is correct. All right, so Kree
In our long,
also.
in our short rest, we kind of just felt like been sitting up here in the tower. In that time, did anybody come out and like try and clean up the dead orc bodies or anything crazy?
You do not see any
We're
movement
up
in the
on a
courtyard.
tower, so are we seeing anything that might be
Advantageous?
yes,
I agree.
just to know about? Can also pull out a little bit of rations and have a little snacky treat or something.
Yeah. Feed Tricks, because he's awesome.
Let's see what I got here. Do you have a ration that's already partially open? We can like use it as a snack and finish that one off, or not?
I don't know how to tell. I don't
How
know how
do
to tell
you-
if your rations or not, but yeah, I'll definitely crack out mine. I don't care. I'm totally
But
fine with
you
it.
already had one when you fed the.
Oh, the
fed
pig!
something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
fed the pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying like if you're going to take away rations already, let's utilize that one.
Sure.
So
Yeah, we'll shout out on whatever was left that I didn't feed the pig.
is that legit? I mean, why are you laughing? Isn't that a legit thing?
I've never used half a ration before.
Yeah.
Just kill it.
Just a little snack, a little popcorn on the side,
Everybody gets one berry, eat a piece of trail mix,
There you go.
you get one raisin. They give the raisin to somebody I don't like. That's how you tell. That's the passive aggressive move. You get an M&M, you get a peanut, you get a raisin.
There you go. I love that. That was it. The Lego movie. Raisins are not make good on everything. They don't make everything better.
All right, so think about what you want to do, and I'll be back in 15 seconds.
What I need to do is go get another drink. So some juices. All right, so we are the rest of this is rubble, correct? So
Yeah.
we can search around the rubble a bit and see if we found anything of value. Perhaps it's crumbled from the towers.
Yeah.
This tower is just, I guess it's just a simple, like a one-story thing going up. Not like it's like Rapunzel's tower, right? So we
No.
wouldn't need to looking for anything other than we're at the battlement, and that's it.
Yeah, I said there's like a small bag up here. I said we grab the bag and grab the horn and go back down.
Right. Okay. Only I can think of is just if we're gonna, excuse me, perhaps look around in the rubble, see if we see anything. Perhaps other of the orcs that were around, that were camping out, perhaps may have left something. May have hidden the waste or whatever. What the hell's walking towards us?
It's Cree.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, we're here. We might as well go check it out. Oh, we have the. Isn't there supposed to be a bell here too? That is.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a giant gold bell.
Painted. Well, it's painted. We don't know what it is.
Well, it was supposed to be gold, and then they painted it.
Well, they painted it so you wouldn't notice it was gold.
Exactly. So we just keep all the bells.
It's supposed to be iron, so
Just keep all the bells just in
they
case.
painted it iron. That good old lead paint they used judiciously.
Extra
Yeah,
mercury.
not exactly. All right, so that's our plan. If you, I don't know if you heard Sven what we said. Did you hear what we said, Sven?
Yes, you're looking for bells. So I'm moving your
No,
character around so that you can see what you see from the tower, just the roof of this building.
right. But what I'm saying, you didn't hear what we said before that. Then what we're gonna do is since this is the only structure basically that is still up. Oh wait a minute, is that a building?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
So the
looking
point was,
at you are looking at that's the top of where you were just fighting all around this thing.
okay. All right.
Oh. Okay, so that's the top of the building with the double doors
Yes.
inside the courtyard. That's not a separate building outside of it.
Nope.
That makes sense. We should go in the double doors.
Weirdly drawn.
Okay. Yeah. The point was is that we're gonna look around, see if we can perhaps see something obvious in the rubble. Also to check out in case some of the orcs were like camping and they hid away their their precious gold from their mom or whatever in their backpack, and then
Yeah, can we loot those dead bodies?
we
Not
loot
the
those
big
sort of
fat
thing.
ones, though.
So we're looking for like the campfires of the guards as well as anything in the rubble that's obvious. We're not gonna like start digging in there like a hoarder or whatever. But
Any swords and stones anywhere?
that is our intent right now.
Do you want us to move over?
Yeah, I'll move you guys. Give me just a second here.
So black again. We're dying. There we are.
Wow.
All right, so if we click on your token, you should be able to see again.
Cool.
So it is now 6 o'clock. Let me pull that up. It is now about 6:10 or so because you guys got to the. Actually, I forget. Did you
It
slept?
was
Didn't you?
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was next day. Give me just a second. I did.
Yeah, because we came in as
do that.
the sun was coming up. They were still sleeping, so we got opportunity attacks. Or surprise round or whatever.
Yep, 6:30 in the morning. So it's
Indeed.
now 7:30 because the sun comes up at 7. 6:30. All right, so let me just add this to the calendar real quick so I don't forget. All right, now we will tweak the time a little bit. Oh, there we go. Now your tokens are unlocked. All right, so now the grass is a little greener as the sun is starting to come up. So go ahead and move where you want to move. So you start searching through these bodies and stuff.
Right.
For show. I want to move over here.
I'm still confused where we are, but so I'll follow you
So
around.
that wooden things you were asking about,
What's this big thing in front of us?
Yeah.
These down here, these are old
Logs?
troughs that are
Oh,
rotted and posts that would keep horses.
Okay.
At least that's what they were supposed to do.
All right.
okay. Okay.
And then you see, as you head down here, where Jackson is, that's where the ogres were. So you can see these big mounds of hay and furs and stuff, leather straps. I mean,
Okay.
mounds. Well, is just where the ogres were slept.
Okay. We can do a quick search of the area of those flea-bitten areas there.
I'm going to go poke my head around the corner to see if I see anything.
Okay. That was 900. All right, so scrambles. Now that you're down here, Jackson a little bit as well. First of all, you see the big wall, hole in the wall, and scrambles. You notice that there's a hole in the building itself that leads up to the north.
Oh,
The building is a big shadow on the west side.
yeah, it's the thing I'm standing by. Hey, there's a big hole over here.
Ah, check it out. Got a javelin. We can poke stuff.
Yeah, we'll go inside and see what happens.
All right, so let me. So in here, there is it looks like it was an ancient, well, not ancient, but this is where they cook their meals. It was the
That's all.
the priests. So all the furnishings in this area are now destroyed, and obviously the walls collapsed as well. So you see over the big kitchen stove and chimney and stuff, fireplace. The orcs did not use this. This is what the priests, when it was still working, where did? All right, so
It's functioning.
throw these counters in here just so you guys can stop whining at me about your experience.
Hey, that was scrambles.
Hmm?
What?
All right, so here we go. You took a rest and boom.
$550, not too bad. Let's see what that gives me here. What does that get me here? Oh, nice. Next one, leveling up. 2617 versus 2700.
Yep, that's what 12 orcs, well 13 orcs and 2 ogres will do for you.
There you go.
Yeah.
But like you said, there are lots of different things that could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah.
Being able to
I'd say
sneak
so.
in, get them while they were
Yep.
half.
Good strategy. Good
Several of
strategy on
them,
our
you
part.
killed like 4 of them before the other ones were even moving, and then
I
You
was
were
able to rage, which is important.
We stayed
Oh, yeah.
mobile the whole time too. We weren't really like in one place. We moved around a bunch,
Yep.
so we didn't really let ourselves get flanked or ganged up on too much.
And he didn't sound the alarm. He didn't see you guys for a couple rounds, so that was nice too.
Yeah.
All right, so where are you guys going at this point? Now that you're in the building, are you gonna go back out, or keep going around, or
Have we seen what's in the building completely?
no? Just seen this tiny little room.
All right, let's. I
Well,
think we should head in.
20
I'll go
by
for it.
Cree, does
25.
Cree want to come with, or he can? My bud can hang out on the outside here and make sure nothing comes in the back way here.
Uh,
What are his thoughts and feelings on that?
just never wise to split the party.
I recommend we split the party.
Well, we've only done it what 3 out of 5 times.
I think we've only done it once, twice now. We split. We had the same mission coming in though.
Oh yeah,
We had a game plan on our split this time.
exactly.
I'll go to the door. Is it locked? Nope,
Okay,
it's open.
let's see. Yeah, there we go.
I'll
All
step
right,
one
let's head
foot in
on
the
in.
door.
So,
All right, so
wait a
hold
minute.
on a second.
Before
First of all, what are you saying?
I was saying that before we head into the building, I'm going to just go since we just walked by where my sword and
Your shield are
shield
way
is
out in
hanging out there
front.
on the ground right there. I'll pick them up
Okay.
as we were walking in. So
Yes, you would
it's
have.
kind,
That makes sense.
it's kind of on the way.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so you see these rows of pillars? Some of them are collapsed. Bones litter the floor. There's a 10-foot square hole in the ceiling that goes up to the belfry. There's no rope, but you do see a bell up there.
Awesome.
That's good. Is it massive? We're going to be able to get it out of there or no?
Well, if you pull hard enough, it'll come down.
Right, but I mean, if it like weighs 500 pounds, it can't be just hoisting that thing around.
Get a cart. Smash
So,
it.
first of all, you don't know anything they're talking about. Are you guys going to move in?
Yeah, I move in.
We're just discussing the whole bell situation. It's definitely a topic of
Discussion.
high interest.
Oh, I keep moving screen, sorry.
You're fine.
I mean, tricks.
Tricks, that's fine.
All right, so now that you're all in there, let me look at see where the bell is. Oh, it's actually right there. So it's directly above your head, Cree.
Okay. Does he have mage hand?
He is not. He's a cleric.
Does anybody have mage hand? I don't have mage hand. What tricks? Does tricks have mage hand?
So that is where the belfry is.
Taxum, do you have mage hand?
I have some kind of hand, but it ain't mage. Let's see. I have sleight of hand. I have sleight of hand.
Tricks. Does he have mage hand? Let's check.
So can I do a roll on that one?
Sleight of hand to steal a giant bell?
Exactly. Hey, I'm nimble, and yet I'm an iron worker, so
under spells, it
I'm
says he
good at
has
blacksmithing.
psychic infestation. Is that just the only spells he has for combat, or are there other spells that he might have somewhere hiding?
That's the only spell he has.
Ah, dang it.
What is your intent here? I have Ray of Frost. You want to freeze that thing off of there?
If we have mage hand, we can get a rope and just tie the rope to the bell and pull it down. But
Why did you have mage hand to do that?
because mage hand is just an invisible hand that can pick up something that weighs like 5 pounds or less and move it around. So rather than having to climb all the way up there, or I mean, I don't even know if there is a way to climb up there.
The
Is there
bell
a way to
weighs
climb up there?
5 pounds or less.
No, the rope does. You tie the rope to the bell, and then you and I
Okay.
use gravity to pull the bell down.
Got it.
You can
Got it.
climb up there from the outside.
Okay.
There is no way to climb up from the inside, though.
Huh.
So do you want to keep looking around here before we cut the bell down?
I think it's worthwhile.
Yeah, let's check it out. So I'll go around. Let me go to the opposite side of the room. I'm not going to go into the bell though, because that freaks me out. Go here.
There's the one door here, so I'll go in. Yeah.
Take tricks to look over here, and I'm going to check for any kind of like hidden things in the walls, any like paintings that I can move out of the way, or manuscripts or hieroglyphics. I poke all the signs.
Okay.
Is there any Da Vinci Code stuff in here?
You not see any Da Vinci Code stuff?
Oh, dang it.
Am I going to open up the door now or not?
Oh, you got a door over there. Hold
do.
door.
I am going to open it up.
Do it. I believe in you.
Okay, it's open.
I'm going to move down towards the door.
I'm going into there. And what do I see? I see.
All right. So you see 6 beds with moldy mattresses,
Yeah.
shattered remains of a wooden table, and 6 chairs. A soot-stained fireplace with a rusty cauldron.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
And there's a narrow break in the wall to the north, in the northeast corner, that you could leave. In case of fire, there is an exit.
Right. Okay. I'm not seeing much in here, guys.
No.
So
Check for anything secrety in there.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, check inside the cauldron or something. Who knows? Maybe they threw something cool in there.
I will look for something secrety using my sleight of hand talents and investigative skills.
Yeah.
All right, so give me a perception check.
Perception. In a tower or regular?
Tower.
All right, my tower's hidden, man. So hold on. There it is. Let me move my tower somewhere else here. It's not going to work. Look at that.
All right, so you do not see anything of value besides rusty cauldron and the entrance to the north.
All right, I'm not seeing much here, guys. I'm heading back.
All right, sounds good.
But there's a door down here to the south. Cree, what do you think? It's a double door?
Yeah.
It's a double door.
I'm with you guys. I'll follow you down.
All right. Right about there. All right, I'm opening up. Here we go. Maybe I'm not opening up. Oh, there we go. All right. Stepping in. And looks like there's pillars.
All right, so you can see in chat that there are 6 pillars that brace the ceiling. The floor has a thick layer of dust. You see 4 skeletons, tattered priestly vestments lying near the altar. There are 4 small windows, and carved in the front of the altar is a humanoid-looking eye.
Ah.
I'm gonna have tricks investigated.
Let's see what I have. I have history. Can I use my history to see if I can recognize any of the symbols or carvings as something I would perceive?
You can. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have tricks investigate the altar. Kind of look at it.
All right. Have them give me an Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana. I was trying to use the investigation skill. His Arcana is trash.
Religion would also help.
Let me see there. Also trash.
So he can search for like
hidden doors and stuff.
Right. That's what
Okay, I will do
investigation
that
we would
then.
use.
I will use his investigation to check for hidden doors or weight trappies. And I'm grabbing the dice that says +4, right? Because
Yes.
he's trained in it.
Yes.
It's an off day.
It's not good.
It's an off day. It's all good.
He doesn't know crap. What does Scrambles know? Scrambles, have you seen the eye? Let's check your skills. You crap at that also. Let's check your Arcana. Crap too. And yeah, nope, that's about all. I'm gonna do a cartwheel around it because that's what I can do. I
All
don't
right.
know.
So you
Come
know
on,
that
what you doing
there's
here?
Denier's the god of knowledge, and he has a candle with an eye. Um, there's the god of Incubulus, who has a reptilian eye, but none of these really match exactly um, what you're seeing here.
Okay. So it could be a local deity, perhaps, that they were worshiping, or something from way back when, ancestrally.
And Vecna is an evil one that has an eye, inside a hand, on the palm of a hand. But again, there's no palm; it's just an eye, and nothing in here would gives you the impression that it's evil.
Right. But I mean, it's according to an altar type of
So
thing. So
Scrambles is gonna go over.
Helm also has an eye on a gauntlet.
And I'm gonna say, "Hey, Trix, move over there." Have Trix move out of the way. I'm
Okay.
gonna get down into my backpack, put my great axe down, fumble
With-
around through my backpack, take out a hammer, and then I'm gonna turn and look at Jackson.
what
If
does
he doesn't
insight
say
do?
anything, I'm slowly gonna raise my hand with this hammer.
What does insight do?
Well, you
Insight
can
tells
see
you whether or not somebody's lying. Gives you insight on what
Okay.
they're saying is true.
I have a hammer, and then I'm gonna beat the shit out of this altar unless you stop me. I'm looking at you for approval or disapproval.
Wait. Hold on a minute there.
Hammer's going down a little bit. It's not completely out of my hand yet, but we're moving
All right,
down.
I'll step over here and just do a little bit of investigating.
All right. I'll step back with the hammer. Wait. I'll go to
We
this side.
we perception check.
In the
You can,
tower.
you can have Trix do a perception check as well
Okay.
because he did investigation.
Where's my perception for tricks? Main page. Wait, no, perception is skills. Perception. 9.
All right. So Trix tells you the altar doesn't quite touch the floor.
Like severing. I'm
Try
gonna get down.
push it.
Look. I'm gonna shove it. Scrabble's as good as that. That's a
Okay.
strength check.
A couple things happen. The altar slides back easily,
Okay.
Okay, good.
and it looks like there were rollers built into it and can be pushed 3 feet to the south. And there's a small box underneath there. But as you touch the altar, Jackson, you see Scrambles freeze his hand on the altar.
That's not good. Should have beat it with the hammer.
Freeze as in anticipation, or freeze as in like completely immobilized?
As in completely immobilized.
Okay.
So
And
I'm standing there.
After about a minute, he sort of shakes his head and looks around.
Where you been, dude? What happened?
Well, when you touch it, you can't touch it anymore. Try it. You poke it, it'll freeze up like I just did.
Like,
So
oh,
when
it
you
smells
touched
awful.
it,
Here, see, you smell it. Chris does
um,
not fall for that, by the way.
there's no way. The problem is there's no way. Here, we're gonna have to do it old school. So Ron, Rena, go ahead and remove your headphones, and we will wave at you in about 30 seconds to put them back on.
Okay, all right.
As soon as you touch it, you suddenly see the altar below you as you're rising up. You see yourself standing there touching the altar, and you burst through the ceiling up, and
Oh,
you see the ruins and the building as you're flying up, and you fly south toward the mountains to a fortress, and its spines of ice are there, and you see sleeping there is the white dragon on
oh,
the fortress's rooftop.
oh, dang.
And then it takes you, you then go back to your body. You now have a pretty good idea of where this fortress is.
Oh, okay, cool. The Ice Fortress or the other one? The one we're at?
The, no, the Ice Spire
Ooh.
Peak, the Ice Spire over you.
Oh,
You know where you are now. You knew that all
cool.
along.
So I'm going to say, hey, Jackson, I can't guarantee it'll be good, but I think you should definitely touch it. Super awesome. You get this whole Vision Quest thing. It's great.
Already.
In fact, I actually
Again, is
think
it like, oh, this smells horrible. Smelled it.
Trix, you should touch it also. Cree, come on over, touch
All
the
right.
thing.
I will trust
Let's
Scramble.
do it
and
one at a time just in case, but
I
I
will
think everybody should be fine.
touch the altar.
Super useful.
And give me an
Hopefully.
insight check.
Okay, inside. In the tower or out?
It can be out.
Oh, man.
So you think he's pulling your leg,
What? I'm not lying to him.
trying to do some kind of trick.
What? I thought that was.
Because
I think
nothing
that all
happens.
the time, so this is not
Nothing
unusual.
happens? He touches it, nothing happens?
Hey, hold on. I got something in my shirt here. Oh, here you go. That's for you,
Oh
man.
my god.
You touch yourself, man. I'm fine.
What about with Trix? When Trix touches it, what happens? Because I'm calling everybody over, come touch it.
Nothing happens when Trix touches it.
Ah, stupid. Okay. So hear me out, guys. I'm going to sit on top of the altar. Does anything happen?
No.
Okay. So I'm sitting on the altar. So I swear to you, when I touched it, my body like it came out of itself and like hovered over the church, and then it went up through the church and like out across this giant area and like flew across the land to this giant fortress thing, and the white dragon was there and all of its white dragoniness, this sketchy fortress place. So I know where it's at now. If you want to go fight the
No more
dragon,
random potions for you. No more.
I know exactly where the dragon's at.
How many
No, I
times you
beat
have
it.
those? We have at least 3 you've randomly chosen.
I'm not kidding
I'm
you.
gonna try this.
That's what happened. I wouldn't make it up. Wouldn't lie to you about a dragon. That's why I had everybody come touch it because I thought it would do the same thing for everyone. Because I didn't know. I knew you wouldn't believe me. I knew you wouldn't believe me if I told you. So I was gonna make you touch it.
And try touching the altar again. And
Can't you
roll
just do a
something.
perception check to see if I'm lying or not? Because I believe everything I'm saying.
I have insight.
Yeah, insights to
Right.
tell someone's lying or not.
Yeah, that's what he rolled, and he rolled a 1.
That's terrible. That's not my
Yes.
fault. It's not my fault. He thinks I'm a liar. No, but
Yes, it is. It's
not-
exactly
not that you're
your
lying, that
your
you're
fault.
playing a
That's
trick
your-
on him. There's a
exactly.
slight
But-
difference.
It's April. It's
But-
April Fools, man.
I thought that insight was to tell whether or not he has to roll against my deception, but I'm not deceiving him. So doesn't he just know I'm telling the truth?
Not with a 1.
Not with a 1?
No.
What about Trix? Trix knows I'm telling the truth. Can Trix give you
Trix
an
knows you're
insight roll?
telling the truth, yes.
Okay, good. What about Cree? Would Cree believe me? What's his insight?
Let's see what happens when Trix touches it. That should be interesting.
Trix touched it, nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Actually, he told me psychically that everything I said was true. You rolled a 1, so you believe me.
Yeah, Cree believes you.
Okay, good.
Is he gonna go touch it?
Heck yeah, you should try and touch it. I don't think anything will happen. Unfortunately, I got stuck
You
with
got
the
stuck.
stupid vision. We just need a mind reader. Is there any like old bald guys in wheelchairs around here? Like a Cerebro thing we could
So
plug
am
into?
I allowed to go up and touch it or not?
Yeah, anybody can go up and
Yeah.
touch it.
I'm gonna go up and touch it.
Heck yeah, touch it. See what happens.
Nothing happened. You, I thought
Dang
you
it.
already did that.
I'm just double checking.
Okay.
'Cause I don't believe him. I'm just double checking. I really don't.
No. Okay, now I'm mad. Can I hit it with my hammer now?
Yes, and you already know that there's an open
I shove it
small
over to the
box
side.
in the middle.
I'm
There's
gonna
an
go
opening
over here.
underneath it. There's an opening underneath it.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a box, I think. I'm gonna go over here and beat the tar out of this thing with my hammer.
Is
I
it
think
is it an opening we can go into, or does it have something contained in it within it? Is it like stairs down to a basement, or is it just
There's a
a?
box. It's a
All
wooden
right.
box.
Can I lift it out?
Yes.
All right, I'll lift it out. Does it have any locks or anything I can use my sleight of hand with?
So I don't know if you had saved the map, by the way, but it's now.
What map?
no, I didn't save it. I don't save any maps because I'm terrible at that. I just wait till you push them to me. I'm using this program to its very, very, very limited ability. I do almost nothing that you guys talk about. I'm like, oh, you guys making all these tabs and using all these buttons. I'm like, nah. I just
Okay.
figured out last week how to make my dice green.
Thank goodness.
So
Holy
you're
Jesus. Finally.
so you see.
Yeah,
Oh, that one. I have that map. Just asked for that map.
So you now have 2 green pins.
Oh yeah.
One for
Ice.
Butterskull Ranch, and the other one's Icespire Hold.
Is
You
that
mean
which
Icespire
one is that?
Peak?
Icespire Peak.
Yes.
And
All
right
right.
next to it is a little pin that says Icespire Hold.
Mine doesn't say that. That's all right. I
It
believe
doesn't
you.
do anything when I hover over it.
It's all good.
I have Falcon's hunting lodge.
Weird. It's not. Yeah. Yeah, you should have 3. Yeah. All right. So anyway, I'm not sure why it's not sharing. It's there. If you see it, you should be able to share it. You're right. It doesn't. Anyway, that's where it is.
Big deal.
Icespire Hold.
Okay, cool.
That's where the dragon is, or where
Yes.
I think the dragon is.
That's where you think the dragon is. That's where
Okay,
the
and
vision tells you.
geographically, we are where?
You're basically almost directly. You're
I
where
was like,
the
we're
P
right
is.
next to it, aren't we?
No, you're where the P is.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
we're like right down here. Okay,
Yeah,
right
that's
above the
like
triangle.
two days travel there.
Yeah, we're right up on it.
Hill, over hill and dale.
Yeah.
That's right. And you're almost 4th level, so you should definitely go and kill the dragon right now.
No. I want to avoid that so bad.
If we're going into the Icespire Peak, I'm thinking we're going to have to change our clothing a little bit, upgrade some stuff.
Well, you have
Maybe
to be
get those
cold.
horses you keep talking about.
Yes. And some higher level characters. Bring them with us so we don't die. Get a couple of level 7 or 8 mages. Some healers.
There you go.
I don't think we can fight a dragon at level 4 with 3 people.
I don't know. Didn't Frodo go in and kill the whole thing with like 2 people?
It's not a dragon, though. He just threw a ring into a lava pit. He just used gravity.
We got gravity too.
Yeah, I mean, we have the power of gravity also, I guess.
All right, so you have inside the box is a bunch of gold, and a key.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, a key.
What is the key to?
Where did the key go to? Huh? So look
Wasn't
around the more around this palace area to
Yeah.
find what the key might do.
Heck yeah. Does the altar have a keyhole anywhere?
It does not. Have Trix give me an Arcana check,
Tricks. Trix's
and
Arcana is garbage, but
I'll
you
have
will roll.
Cree try as well.
Not too bad. What about Jackson? Can you do that too?
Did Trix's not come up?
No.
Oh, I thought I grabbed it. Arcana.
Double click to where there it is. Perfect. So it's definitely magic. And they'll just need to take a little bit of time, take an hour, and they'll be able to figure out what it does.
Cool.
The key we're talking about?
Yeah, the
Yes.
magic key.
You'll be able to tell what a magic key does by studying it.
Correct. For an hour.
Okay.
Playing around, trying to figure it out, doing this stuff.
Cool.
But don't you have to have something to unlock in order to do that?
Not if it's magic. You just put it
And
into thin air.
the gold is 57 gold.
Woot, we're
So
rich.
that ain't too shabby.
Can I destroy this altar with the hammer now?
You can attempt it.
I try.
Okay, it's very sturdy, very strong, and seems like it's you don't not doing anywhere near the damage you would expect to,
Yeah.
but you can continue to do so. So to save time and effort, I will share this with you guys.
Mystery key. Wondrous item. A common wondrous item. Question mark is worked into the head of this key. The key has 5% chance of unlocking any lock into which it's inserted. Once it's unlocked something, the key disappears.
That is
That's
trash.
pretty cool.
I hate it. I think it's 5%.
Well, I mean,
If I could use it once a day, I'd be like, whoa. But it's just like, oh, I opened a Foot Locker in the Butterskull Ranch, and now it's gone
it's a
forever.
wondrous item, though. Even though it's common, it's a wondrous item.
That's true. I say we sell it. It's not that cool. Or you can keep it forever.
Well, okay, look at it this way. You're going to try the lock yourself. You're going to use my stealth sleight of hand to open it up. If it doesn't work, then we try the key. Not using the key like in every lock we come to.
I guess.
It's just gonna,
Only for really
we're going to
important
figure it
lock.
out first, and then we'll try the last resort. We'll try the key.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then we'll bust it off with a hammer. How is my destroying of the box going? Is it sufficiently destroyed?
The box is easy.
It's
thought you
resisting.
said the altar.
No, the altar. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
breaking
so
it with my hammer and slamming it
Altar is
around.
not-
And
It's
Yep,
really
you're
not
able to
being
do
very
that.
cooperative.
especially if you have pythons. I think you have pythons for climbing.
I do.
And you can
Is it
chip away
is it
at
hollow? Is there anything cool inside of it?
No, it's a solid stone. It's on rollers.
Oh, it's a solid stone.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was hollow. That's why I was breaking it. Never mind then. I stopped breaking it as soon as I realized it's not hollow.
Okay.
I thought it was like full of something cool and magical that teleported me into the space-time continuum, and I also
Sort
need
of
to
a
release
special
that.
elixir that oozes out the front of
Yeah,
it.
or some kind of like special gas or something, and I could just suck it up or something. Who knows?
There
Just
you go.
get all the magical ooze out of it. I don't know. But as soon as I realized it's not hollow, I quit.
All right, so you have successfully survived this temple, the shrine.
Yeah.
Next week, we may or may not go out to the bell. Depends on what
We
you guys
will.
want to do.
Definitely.
So,
Right.
and depending on what you do, you may hit 4th level next week. You're
Yeah.
pretty close.
Pretty damn close. I get this feeling we will.
All right. Well, for those of you watching, make sure that you there we go social catch the other episodes. If you we have another live play D&D. We also have a live play Starfinder. If you want to see Reno playing two women, you can check it out on Sunday nights. Whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.
Later, people. Thank
Later,
you.
guys. Thank you.